So join Sophie and myself, Bex, from the Wide Boot Company for our trip to Olympia. It was a bit of a nightmare in a lot of ways, but anyway, the dressage was great and some of the shopping that we managed to do was good too. So I hope you enjoy. Oh, it is super cold today. So Soph and I are off to what was Olympia, now London Horse Show, at XL. So yeah, we've had a bit of a nightmare start because everything's frozen up at my field. My trough is frozen, it's completely solid, and there is hardly any water left in it, and the mechanism just isn't refilling. So my husband helped me fill a load of tubs and put them in the back of the car last night, and we've filled up those, and so they've got enough water for now, and hopefully for later as well. But yeah, so it slowed us down a bit on our leaving, but we are going to get on the road shortly. And there are the little darlings. So the country bumpkin is on the way to London now, so I'm a little bit worried about driving in London, but we are having quite a good journey so far. So yeah, hopefully we will find our park on my driveway or whatever it's called. We've booked a space somewhere 2 minutes walk away from the XL, so yeah, hopefully it will not be too traumatic getting there. Famous last words. So I'm going to admit, my knowledge of London is rubbish, and driving there was quite stressful, and the sat-nav took us a particularly weird way straight through the middle of central London, which did not help, but I think everywhere was super busy. Strikes really were not helpful. You see the hats. Oh, we're actually driving past Harrods, which is quite exciting, but also a little bit scary for my very muddy car. I think we're the only 4x4 that's got mud on it here, put it that way. Yeah. Odd. So we've now been in the car for 5 hours and we're still not there. So yeah, train strikes, traffic in London is just a nightmare. So yeah, if you're planning to go next year, definitely take into consideration how long it might take you to drive, because I'm kind of regretting my life choices right now. So we're on the next leg of the never-ending journey. We found our parking space finally. It only took 5.25 hours to get there, and now we're just hoping to get there in time for the evening performance, because we've basically missed all the shopping time because it's taken so long. It's a bit rubbish, but anyway, hopefully we'll find XL in a minute. Finally we made it. So yeah, definitely feel like the shopping is much more easy to walk around because it was really cramped at the old venue, but I'm not sure that makes up for the hideous journey to get here, to be honest. But yeah, it's a good range of stands. So we're gonna have a quick look around, and then we're going to try and watch maybe some of the dog agility, and then obviously the dressage freestyle, which is really what we came here for. We've actually got the Thelwell toilet seat from this, I think it's from this company. But yeah, I really love these hunting dogs. They're really amazing. So the little fox. So these are, this is the Joshua Jones stand. They always have really lovely looking boots, but obviously they don't fit me. But it's always nice to have a look and see what else other people have got. So this is one of my favourite retailers, Mackenzie and George, and I found their stuff about 6-7 years ago at the last Olympia I went to, and I bought my husband one of the lovely drayton belts that have got real feathers in them. So they're just a bit unusual because I think everyone's got polo belts with the stitching on them, but they're just something a bit different and they're really good quality. So yeah, definitely check out their website. And these cowskin ones are also really lovely. So So I'm here with Sarah from Finer Equine, and I was looking at these amazing exercise sheets that they've launched recently. They are sort of a new product, aren't they, for you?
Yeah, they're a couple of years now. Yeah.
Oh, a couple of years, okay. Well, I only came to my attention a couple of weeks ago, so I was looking at them. But they are really amazing because they fit over the saddle as well as, you know, sort of covering the whole horse. So, yeah, do you want to just tell us a little bit about them?
Yeah, so I designed these so you sit on top of the saddle, it protects your saddle, keeps it dry. They anchor on at the D-rings here, so they don't move.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's just a Velcro strap here, and then I've also put a Velcro girth loop around here as well, so that keeps it down over the saddle panels.
Yeah.
And because they're Velcro, it means that you can take it off when you're riding in the saddle. So all you do is just undo your Velcro here and here, stand up in the stirrups and pull it off behind you.
Oh, okay. So if you're at a show, then someone who's helping you groom can just pull
Exactly,
it off.
help you get it off.
Yeah,
exactly.
great.
And then I've left this part non-elasticated, so your stirrup just hangs down here and is free to swing.
Yeah.
I've designed them so the cut will fit a jump, a GP, or a dressage saddle with blocks. And we have the fully enclosed wheel around the back here. So I was fed up of getting sent into the next county when that big gust of wind would come up from behind you and like, absolutely not. So it's fully enclosed to help stop that happening. One of our customers in Aberdeen actually, they've ridden in it 40-mile-an-hour winds and it hasn't moved, which is a huge testament to it.
Yeah.
We have a tail loop here, and we also have a fillet string here as well to further help that.
Yeah.
We have it in the winter weight, and we also have it in the summer weight here. And you can have it in either flavour, either colour, either weight.
Yeah.
And perhaps the best thing about the rug is the fact that it's not only waterproof and breathable, it's also slip resistant. I have had this material made to my own spec, so it has a slight texture making it slip resistant.
Yeah.
And I've also put on it a
Yes, I just had a little touch of that because it is nice and grippy, isn't it? So
exactly,
but not too grippy, because I think sometimes people put way too much silicone on things and they feel a bit too like it's holding you.
Yeah, exactly. So we've just got a subtle pattern here, but enough just to help you feel nice and secure in the saddle.
Oh, brilliant. And what do they retail for?
So our winter weights are 160, and that's any size, any colour.
Yeah.
And the summer weights are 145, and we have these available now from 4'9", so like tiny little gorgeous pony rugs, all the way up to 7 foot, and we've got some shower horses in them as well.
Oh, okay. So when you order, when you're measuring it, so if your horse say took a 6 foot rug, would you order a 6 foot, or would it be it's measured slightly differently?
It's based on the size of rug that the horse would normally have.
Oh, that makes it so much easier then.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I found it so confusing. So
Yeah.
small would be a 5'9" to a 6 foot rugged horse. Medium is 6'3" to 6'6". If you go on our website, finerequine.co.uk, everything is on there, and that will help you guide the sizing. Any questions, just email me. It comes straight through to me, info@finerequine.co.uk, and I can help.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you so much for showing us. I think I'm going to put that on my wish list. Thank you. Cheers.
You.
Oh, absolutely love these otters on the Collier and Dobson stand, which is actually quite a local company to us in Fordingbridge in Hampshire. They do some really lovely artwork. But yeah, the otters are particularly cute. So I tried on this Welligogs shirt just because it's stretchy, and I was so surprised to see a shirt that might fit me. And Sophie kindly bought it for me for Christmas, which was really sweet of her. So we actually didn't get to watch any of the show jumping or the dog agility, which was the first half of the evening performance, because sadly we had to make the decision between going around the shops or watching that. So we were really keen to have a look around some of the stands, so we missed the first half of the performance, but the dressage was really good, and that was the main thing that we'd gone there for. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching some of the clips. It's so nice to see this Frisian. You know, everybody has warm bloods, and obviously having a PRE Andalusian horse, it's really nice to see other breeds at top level. So I enjoyed watching this test. really enjoyed watching Abigail Lyle's test. She has such a nice soft way, and her hands are lovely and soft, which is really nice to watch. So yeah, definitely enjoyed this one. In the break, everybody sang Sweet Caroline with their phone torches on, which was quite fun. This was another very enjoyable test. Emile Faure, he's a very nice rider, so yeah, this was a good one. This was definitely one of my top tests of the night. Really enjoyed watching Gareth Hughes. I think he trains very classically, which is nice, and again, a very sort of soft way of going and correctly trained. Well, from what I can see from my uneducated eye anyway, but yeah, really, really lovely to watch. So obviously this was the one that everybody was waiting to see. This is Lottie Fry with Glamourdale. They've obviously been having a fantastic year earlier on in 2022. So yeah, it was really nice to be able to watch this test live, and yeah, it was amazing. It's a shame I can't show it with the proper music. Glamourdale just has the longest legs, but somehow stays in such beautiful balance. He's so elegant. This is another one of my favourite tests. Ingrid Klimke and it was just beautifully ridden, and she's very, very classical in the way she trains and rides, and she was the only person to turn up in a saddle without huge knee blocks on it. So yeah, definitely somebody who I find very inspiring and would look up to.
Great Britain.
Well, it was just a complete honour to ride here tonight in front of the British crowd, and you were all amazing. And yeah, Glamourdale absolutely loved it in here, so did I. And yeah, I think it was a very special night.
The noise towards the end of the test, I know you love that. The noise after the test, it's been such an incredible season for you. You could hear the reaction of everyone here to complete what has been such a special year here in London on this horse. Just describe those emotions.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we're kind of full of all emotions right now. It's the perfect end to the year for Glamourdale, but yeah, what I hope is the beginning of a very long career, and there's still a lot to improve, and I'm really excited for the future.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you both here. Huge congratulations.
Well done, delighted to offer the editor in chief of the Horse and Man to step forward and
So Garrett's horse, obviously found this
Lottie.
out very overwhelming. I'd love to know the conversation that was going on here about don't get any closer with the rosette, please. I think something along those lines. But anyway, there was some beautiful piaffing going on. But yes, obviously found the atmosphere a bit too much. But very nicely and capably ridden out of it.
Lottie Prize,
It's been a very long day. We got a very long drive home, but this is a very cool route out of London because we're going over Tower Bridge and it's all looking very Christmassy, and yeah, quite a interesting journey. So that was our trip to London International Horse Show. Yeah, how I didn't fall asleep at the wheel driving home, I don't know. I got back at just before 4 a.m. It was the last hour of the journey. I was really struggling to stay awake, and it wasn't great. And none of the services had anything open by the time we got to them. So yeah, it was like a coffee out of a machine and that was it. So that really didn't help. And yes, just to warn you, if you drive in London and pay the congestion charge, yeah, I was a little bit surprised when this dropped onto my doorstep between Christmas and New Year, because when we left Dorset, Hampshire, picked Sophie up, and then she paid for the congestion charge or emission zone charge on a website, and it all went through. The payment went out of her account, and I gave her my car registration details to do it all. So before we even got to London, we had paid the emissions zone charge, or so we thought. So yeah, I was really upset when this £80 fine dropped onto my doormat over Christmas and New Year. And I spoke to another friend who'd gone to XL on the same day, and she said she'd had the same issue with the Dartford tunnel, because there are apparently loads of these scam websites popping up. So, you know, you think you're paying online for the emission zone charge and you think you've paid it, and then it turns out actually no, it's a scam website that's ripped you off for 15 or 17 quid, whatever they charge, and you haven't paid it, and then TfL think you haven't paid it, so then you get a fine, which is brilliant and just tops off a really rubbish journey. So yeah, I've contested it, I'm waiting to hear back, but yeah, I was really upset about that. It just topped off what was not really a great trip all in all. But yeah, to the good bits, we really enjoyed the small bit of shopping we managed to do. So my Welligogs shirt that Soph bought me was so generous of her. I absolutely love it. If you're like me and you're curvy, it's such a nice fabric because the side panels are stretchy. They look like cotton, so some of these stretch shirts can look a bit sort of synthetic, but it looks like a nice crisp white cotton shirt. And it's sorry, that's my budgie flapping around. And yeah, it fits really beautifully and is comfortable, so I'm really chuffed with that. And I really am going to try and save up for the Finer Equine exercise sheet, having looked at that up close and seen the quality of it. You know, I do have to ride outside pretty much all the time. I don't have access to an indoor arena, and I have got a nice quality leather saddle, and I do worry that riding in the rain it's going to get ruined, and my normal exercise sheets that I've got that are waterproof just cover his bum and not the saddle. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and save up for one of those because I think that would be a really good idea, because January has just been horrendous. I mean, the rain has just not stopped. So yeah, and then finally I'll just show you the other thing that I did buy, which was this. So this is Orla's avocado that I bought her, and it's squeaky and she absolutely loves it. So yeah, you love avocado, don't you? Is that avocado? Yeah, so that was a big success, and I don't think that was terrible. I think it was about £14 or something. So yeah, I thought it was quite good value with the tennis ball in it as well. She does love it. So yes, all in all, dressage was good. Missed the agility, missed the show jumping, which was a shame because I do like watching the agility because I do some agility with Orla as well. So yeah, shame we missed that, and we didn't get longer to look around the shops. But you know, all in all, we tried to make the best of a bad day. And yeah, 9 hours in my car that I do not wish to ever repeat. So next year I will be watching from home with a glass of wine on the red button, I think. But anyway, hope you all have a lovely Christmas, and yeah, onwards to the next thing. Probably a competition coming up soon, I think. Bye. And just for fun, here is Freddie, my budgie, sat on our Christmas tree the day afterwards. Isn't she cute?